Hello everyone, thanks so much for taking the time today to view my presentation. My name is Annie Wintles and today I'm going to be talking to you about using programming OSS or open source software in libraries for digital literacy learning. Specifically, we're going to be talking about the OSS open source software platform of Python. So the challenge that we noticed in libraries was that more jobs and activities are integrating programming skills. To help close the digital literacy gap, we realized as libraries we can provide clubs that focus on learning coding languages such as Python. Since Python is an open source software platform, it means it is free and continually updated by those that use it. This was part of the reason why we chose Python as a platform. So like we said, Python OSS was chosen in an effort to bridge computer literacy and programming literacy. Just a little background on the OSS movement. It began in the 1980s with its increase in access and cooperation. So while Python is an OSS platform, it's also an OER platform, which stands for Open Educational Resource. OERs are any resources available at little to no cost that can be used for learning. On Python's website, they list that Python can be used for a variety of things, including web development, business, software development, science, and particularly education, which is what we'll be focusing on with our program. So how will this technology solve the issue? How will OSS software bridge the digital literacy gap? So library clubs, programming clubs will be free to join and will meet once a week where patrons can receive extra help from peers as well as librarians. The club is welcome to all skill levels, and club members can help each other in building their knowledge of Python, including working with a librarian who's the liaison for the club. Library books and online tutorials will help patrons learn how to program, in addition to a book club that the club will do together. So the club will focus on one book at a time and work their way through projects within that book. Looking towards our impacts for the club, our short-term impacts will be to measure how many people have been a part of the club and what those members learn. We will track these measurements through regular surveys for club members. Our long-term impacts will be looking as to whether patrons are finding new jobs with these new skills or how they're implementing their programming skills into their life. We'll measure this by staying in contact with former club members and building relationships with those within the club, and also helping them build resumes to put their new skills on. As far as the timeline for implementation, this proposal first must be accepted by the librarians and then approved by the library board. The technology chosen, Python OSS, is instantly available for free download. Supporting technology needed will be computers in the makerspace of our library. And the room will need to be reserved from 2 to 3, or at least the little corner where the computers are, for the club to meet. The library will need to, by 20, begin to code with Python, Miles 2018 books for the book club to use for their first book. These books can then be distributed back into the library system after the club is finished using them. Support staff necessary is the library liaison to the club, and all staff at the library will have short informational sessions given by the liaison, club liaison member, so that all staff can learn a little bit about Python while this new program is implemented. Challenges for implementing the technology don't seem like very many right now. Since Python is free software, cost should not be an issue for the club. This club will meet weekly for a few hours in the Digital Literacy Lab within the Makerspace. Library liaison will be designated to the club to keep up with emails and record keeping. The main challenge will be that the club is optional, so keeping interest from patrons, keeping attendance numbers strong will be the main challenge. And this proposal accounts for the first year of the club. After that, there will be a formal review of the club and necessary changes will be made. These necessary changes will play off of the evaluation. So success will be determined by a general sense of accomplishment and enjoyment by the club members, as well as their ability to integrate the skills they have learned through the club into their resumes and future jobs. We will measure this success through regular surveys to club members when they begin the club and routinely throughout their time in the club. In regard to former members who leave the club, the library liaison of the club will make an effort to stay in contact with them. So as noted, one of the main goals of the club is to develop resume skills for club members to put on their resumes. So what I have here is a demonstration of some of the skills and experiences and potential references that club members have the benefit of adding to their resume. Here I have an outreach poster that is designed to let people know about the club, and it's in warm and welcoming colors and hopefully inviting to a vast population of people. Here are the references if any of you are interested in learning any more. And let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much.